We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and today I am coming at you with the tips and tricks that's a little different for me. And today it is how to win easy squad matches. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's many ways to do this, but as I am not a frequent squads player, I happened to be playing with some friends last night, and I noticed that they always like to land somewhere in the middle, and they like to just hide in one spot until the circle forces them to move, and then they all run on foot. So after we did this a few times and just unsuccessful tries, I was able to come up with an idea saying, hey guys, for now on, as soon as we land, let's land someplace populated on the outskirts. Make sure we kill everyone right away that lands there. Loot the place, instantly find a vehicle, and get on our way. But this one's going to be a little different. It's not like we all jump into one vehicle, put our eggs in one basket, and, you know, risk the team dying in one location. So my idea is that one of my players here, ACG Loudmouth, he doesn't like to be on vehicles. He hates to be on vehicles. He thinks that they attract attention, but I like to be on vehicles, and I think that staying mobile is a great asset to, you know, winning this game. So what I had an idea of is that one person just stays mobile. At least one. If there's 3 people, just one. If there's 4 people on your team, then just make sure, you know, 1 or 2 are always on the move on some sort of vehicle. And my idea behind this is that as long as one person's moving, it's kind of like being your eye in the sky. They can constantly be pushing ahead of you, around you, behind you. And the best part is that in squads, is that if one person is on a ATV and they happen to run up on a squad and they start shooting at our teammate on the quad, is that he can now dip out of the situation, drive away from the bullet fire, and now we can make our movement knowing where a team is before we are even there. So that gives us the ability to flank if we want. It gives us the ability to chill inside of buildings like this one if we want, and just have one of our teammates riding around getting ATVs. And you see here, he got off the old one and went and found a new one. He always wants to keep it fresh. So as he got that ATV, he is back in the building with us. We are going to quick convene and act like goofballs. I'm going to show off my new lamp that I just purchased, and then, you know, there's no return policy, so that sucks. And then, you know, there's a lot of things you shouldn't be doing in map, and, you know, this is definitely one of them. This attracts a lot of attention. We have nobody outside watching. We're just kind of listening. But eventually we get back to our senses, the circle forces us out, and Death Dealer gets back on his quad, and he starts doing his thing. You know, he starts going ahead to the next buildings. He starts doing perimeters around those buildings so we can get any loot out of it that we possibly need to, you know, survive this game and win it. And like I say, he's just going to keep moving. He's just going to keep moving on that quad. He's going to, you know, keep a visual view for any enemies. He's going to keep an audio for any enemies, because you can hear people pretty well on the quad. It's pretty amazing, footstep wise and everything. And he can give us a number of players, and like I said, this gives us the advantage of planning ahead of time. So for this game, you know, as we saw, we landed in cargo docks, and one of the teammates died, unfortunately, but 3 of us were able to make it out, which is a pretty good survival rate considering the populated area of, you know, cargo docks. But there was only one other squad there. We were able to take them out pretty quick, and we are on the move now. And myself and Loudmouth are the ones on foot, and Death Dealer's the one on the quad. And the entire game, we haven't had much fights because we know where people are, and we can either avoid them if we want or fight them if we want. So for the main part, since most of our squad, you know, is on the ground and one's on quad, it's best that we just lay low in a well area. Like this is a very great spot to hide in. If you're in a shadowed area, lay down in the grass a little bit, collect your, you know, thoughts, and then start just make sure keeping that perimeter, even your foot perimeter, your own visual perimeter, keeping an idea of where the last players are, so you can, you know, kind of make a plan when the last circle drops. So these guys right here, they're stuck in array, as most people would be. People think that buildings in the last of the you know, circle is the safest place to be. But if everybody thinks that, then when this happens, the circle starts to close, so many teams start fighting each other, and then we get that third-party kills. We get to just keep shooting them and, you know, enjoying the damage, enjoying the kills, you know, just weakening the competition for later in the game. And this method not only worked well once, is that as soon as we won this game, we immediately jumped into another game and won that one as well, and I'm going to show that video too. So this was a very low kill game for our squad, but we weren't going for kills. We just wanted the wins. The people I'm playing with aren't master rank in Blackout, so they just kind of want the merits and the win. They want, you know, all the extra points. So we get that victory and we jump right into our next game. This time we are jumping Turbine. My idea behind this one, and it was a little farther from the landing spot, we can get a lot of loot, and there's 2 helicopter locations, an ARAV location, multiple truck and ATV locations, and now we are just going to loot up and we are going to do our thing. One of the guys landed at the helicopter and he parked it next to the ATV, so now we are going to be staying mobile again, except this time all 4 of our players stayed alive. So me and Death Dealer are going to jump in one vehicle, and Loud and Mr. Washington are going to jump in the helicopter. We're actually just going to give them the helicopter because Death Dealer didn't know how to land it, and he landed it too hard and kind of broke it, so I'm kind of making fun of him at this point, and we're going to steal the good vehicle. And the good thing about the ARAV is that, you know, 2 people, 1 person can always be in the turret, and that's awesome. Like, I love the ARAV, but we're going to take advantage. We still got a minute left in the circle. We're going to stop the vehicle at a few more locations, and we're all just going to get as much loot as we can, because as soon as we start moving, our idea is that we don't want to stay in one spot unless we forcibly have to. So they're going to take off in the helicopter, and now we are in the ARAV, and we are going to head to the safe zone. And you know, it's just kind of boring from then on out. We don't take a lot of engagements. For fun, Death Dealer is shooting at our teammates in the helicopter all the way over there, and then out of nowhere is when another team decides to join in their helicopter and start shooting at our teammates. So now it becomes like a vehicular warfare type situation, which is always fun. You know, just driving the ARAV in general is fun. I love the ARAV. You got to know how to drive it though. You can't drive directly at enemies. People are now starting to learn the defenses of doing that. You just have to stay mobile for the point of information. You want that visual, you want the, you want every point that where you can almost take control of the map. Map control is important in both multiplayer and Blackout. So our teammates, are moving around. Loud is in these buildings. Me and Death are going to keep moving around in the ARAV, keeping up perimeter, making sure no one's going to sneak up on us. And our other teammate who was just finishing looting these buildings, we're going to go pick him up and bring him to the rest of the squad, because the ARAV is nuts like that. We can fit 3 people while the 4th person stays back. We've already cleared, knowing that no one's going to that area. He's going to pick up as many bandages and other heals as he can to split between the team, because if all 4 of you are looting, that leaves you vulnerable. You want at least 1 or 2 people looting for all the goods and sharing it between your teammates. Now unfortunately this was a situation where my teammate got shot out of the turret because he didn't change seats when he was getting shot at, but I'm going to go ahead and use both vehicles as cover. I'm going to heal him really quick, instruct him to get directly back in the ARAV so he can heal while he is in the passenger seat and we are still mobile, because being mobile is the key. Because if you're a passenger, you can always heal while you're in the seat. And the best thing about the ARAV is that if the driver wanted to switch to the passenger seat, then the person who's in the turret can then switch to the driver's seat and take over, while the person who's in the driver's seat can heal up, and then you can switch like that over and over again, and the vehicle can stay moving, and it's amazing. Same with ATVs. If you're on an ATV by yourself while it's going downhill, you can switch seats to the back, heal up while it's moving because of gravity, and then as soon as you're done healing, you switch seats again, and at that point your ATV has never stopped, and you are going to keep healing. And for any of you that has made it this far into the video, that's a really good tip. And now here again, more vehicular warfare, us against them, but we have the 50 cal, which is, I'm trying to get Death Dealer to, shoot where they are going to be, not where they're currently at. So, of course, our vehicle's on fire before theirs because we're not hitting our bullets, but we do happen to knock one guy down. I'm going to quickly disengage because the vehicle's on fire, make sure I eliminate this guy so his teammate doesn't come back to get him. And we are now going to reposition. Reposition is probably key right here because that team just went up that hill. They now have the better spot than we do. So I'm going to instruct Death Dealer to get off the ATV because it's on fire. And we are going to join our 2 teammates in these buildings. But we are going to take high ground. High ground is key if we no longer have any vehicles. We are dead center in the middle of the circle, so we're pretty confident as long as we stay on these rooftops, we can hold it down in a 360-degree angle. and you know, a lot of people will move up from us. So I'm going to give my teammate my 4x scope so we can put it on his sniper rifle, and I'm going to use my 3x here to, you know, defend ourselves from the people at the gas station. And as you'll notice right here is that our teammate is not near us. He is by the bridge, which is a big mistake. He left the rooftop to go gatekeep the bridge by himself, and unfortunately for him, a team came out of the water and they are gonna destroy him in a second, and there's not much we can do, you know, like, and there he goes. He gets knocked down. He does happen to get one knocked down as well though, and you know, we're gonna do our best from the rooftop, because right now it is dangerous to go down there. They are in their good position, they know their area, so we're gonna stay on the rooftop. Washington kind of did that to himself, but Death Dealer is a man of leave no man behind, so he goes out to help and, you know, defend the location of the bridge, and Death Dealer also, you know, dies. But me and Loud cannot risk going out there to heal him. We just can't. Like, there's just way too many people, and he understands that. Me and Loud are now gonna try to finish the game together. We know that we can't stay at this location because the circle is pushing us out. It's time to go. You know, it's now 2v6. So we're gonna make sure we got everything going. I'm gonna put on my dead silence. I'm gonna, you know, make sure I have my trauma kit in the main inventory, but I ended up using it again because I took a little bit of damage. So now I'm just left with a very minimal amount of heals, and we are gonna keep the location on the top of the hill of the circle. So we are on the high point of the circle, and we know that we gotta keep going up here in order to maintain a power position. High ground is always the best spot because you can always back up to get some head cover. But we are gonna fight it out our best here, because it is only 2 of us. There's 3 up there, and we know that because we've counted 3. We've had a very good map control this entire game. We've kind of had an idea of where everybody is, except for the small mistakes we've made, like dancing and you know, leaving the team to go gatekeep without a teammate with him. But we do have 2 people still left alive, and we are doing a very good power play. The other team seems to not understand that they shouldn't be right next to each other, so I'm going to eliminate that guy just down because he's hiding behind a bush, and as everybody knows, bushes are not bulletproof. Alright, they just aren't. Bushes aren't bulletproof. Don't feel safe behind them. So I got the ABR. I'm going to throw the trophy system in the towards the center of the next circle, so if anybody starts acting cute and throwing concussion grenades and normal grenades or anything else they want to throw at us, is that, you know, we're kind of safe, because I don't think these guys are smart enough to see it and shoot at it because they're too scared to give away their position. Now we know there's only 2 people left. It's a 2v2. I have an idea that one guy's behind the rock over there to the south, and I have another idea that another guy has to be over here in this direction where I threw the smoke, and he is, so I'm just going to make that rush while he is surprised. He has no idea I'm coming up behind him. I'm going to try to put the shield down to hurt him, but he actually gets through a little quick. I take him down with the shotgun, and just like that, we win the game, because for the most part we played it smart. We had 1 person in a vehicle, we had the other one's loot. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tips and tricks video. This was kind of fun. I might do more of the squads. Please like and subscribe. I upload every single day. It has been very fun watching the subscribers grow and the comments grow. Like I said, guys, thank you. Please subscribe. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. Peace.